Hi everybody, this is Sue Rawlings with Rawlings Tax Services. I wanted to come to you with a video because there's some important changes that happened with the new 1.9 trillion stimulus package that I think everybody needs to hear. There's two distinct things that I need to talk to you about. One is the unemployment. Number two is if you have children that are dependent and you get the child tax credit. So first off, I'm going to start with the unemployment. Our legislatures decided that and voted on, and it was passed on Thursday on the federal level, that people that had unemployment, 10,200. So remember that number. Anything up to $10,200 in unemployment that you made is not going to be taxed for 2020 and 2021. So what this means is that anybody that has had their taxes done before this law was enacted is going to have an amendment done. And you will either do your amendment on how you had your taxes done, or you will hire myself or another tax preparer to do that amendment for you. Unfortunately, this was retroactive. We did not know that this was going to happen. There really wasn't a lot of talk about it, and so we had no idea. So we went ahead and everybody started filing on the 12th of February. And so there's some people that have already filed. So we're going to try to get that back on the federal level. But we don't have a workaround yet as far as how we're going to get that back for you through the amendment. We also don't know how they're going to address this in our programs for the people that haven't filed yet. So this is a little bit confusing for everybody. So just know that if you have unemployment, up to $10,200 is not going to be taxable for 2020 and for 2021. Okay? And please be patient with people, with your tax preparers. We are going to have to wait until they get a fix for this to be able to do the amendments, number one. Number two, we still want you to come in, have your appointments as usual, but we won't know exactly, we won't be able to actually file for you yet until we get this fix in our programs and the IRS gets it fixed on their side. Okay. Okay. So if you have any questions, call us. 612-401, I was going to give you my cell phone. 651-646-0417. Give us a call if you have any questions on that, and we'll try to answer what we can and what we know, okay? Once we do have a fix, we're going to start, at least for my clientele, we are going to start calling you at some point here. Again, I don't know when exactly that is. We will call you to have you come in and bring in bring yourself in and sign the new amended, and then we will be charging to do that amendment. So it's a flat fee, but sorry about that. Don't mean to have you guys pay for more taxes to be done. All right, so the other thing is the child tax credit. So this is if you have children under 17 years old that you are getting the credit at the end of your taxes. Now, they have done a bill, and I'm going to read it here. And it says that the child tax credit expanded credits for low and middle income families and made them refundable for 2021. It also expands the child tax credit to $3,000 from $2,000 for children aged 6 to 17. Children 5 and younger would be eligible for $3,600. The tax credits would be sent to households monthly starting in July, effectively creating a guaranteed monthly income for parents. Now they're only looking at doing this for this year. However, there is a lot of talk that this might be permanent. Well, whether it's permanent or not, this is a huge problem. And I'm very concerned about the families that get this child tax credit. Because, now hopefully you can follow along with me on this. Now almost everybody has taxes that they are required to pay. So let's say that you had $10,000 that you were required to pay for your taxes. Well, you've had a $2,000 child tax credit for each child being placed underneath that what you are required to pay, okay? So they reduce your requirement from $10,000 down to $8,000. Now let's say that your taxes being taken out of your checks are usually based on that $8,000, not on the $10,000, because you get that credit. So come the end of the year, you will not have that credit sitting there, okay? So what's happening is you'll be getting that money throughout the year, the rest of this year, starting in July sometime, but you won't have that credit there at the end of the year. So instead of owing that $8,000 like you thought, you're going to be responsible for the $10,000. So there's going to be a $2,000 gap. So what I'm telling all of my clients to do is do not spend that money that they give you. Please do not. Because we don't know how this is going to hit the taxes at the end. And my concern is that there's going to be people either getting less of a refund than what they're used to, and usually you use those refunds to pay property taxes, to pay on bills, to purchase things, okay? What's going to happen is you're going to have less money because they're going to give it to you throughout the year, all right? Or you're going to be owing. Now, if you're really close on the line where you really don't get much of a refund or you really don't pay in much, guess what? You're going to be paying in $2,000 over what you normally are used to doing, okay? Because you're required to pay $10,000, not $8,000, which your wages take out for the $8,000. So please, folks, do not spend that money until we understand how they're going to do this with the taxes, okay? If you have questions on this, please give us a call. These are both extremely important things that are hitting our taxes that we needed to talk about. The other thing that, just real quick, there are provisions in here for everybody is getting $1,400 from the stimulus, okay? This is not taxable. That part is not taxable. This child tax credit has nothing to do with the stimulus credit that we're going to get, okay? It is a reportable, but it's not a taxable, just like the $1,200 and the $600 that we got. Now, what's happening and what's a little bit different with this one is that before, anybody that had a dependent from 17 on did not get this stimulus credit. What they did for this one is they're going to give payments to the $1,400 payments are going to be to children and adult dependents in whose household they weren't eligible before. So now they're going to give that out. Okay, so if you have kids in college or somebody dependent on you, they will give you the $1,400 for that. Okay. Now, they are basing the stimulus money on your taxes from 19 and from 20. So if you've already filed your 2020s, they will be using that income to base what you will be getting. The cutoff points for this is singles earning up to $7,500 will get the full amount. The payments will then be phased out completely by making $80,000 in income. So that's for single. For couples, they're doubling it. So if you make up to $150,000, you will get the full amount, and then the payments will decline as the incomes go higher, zeroing out altogether at $160,000. Okay? I know, clear as mud. I'm sorry about that. But again, please, any questions, please, please, please give us a call. We're here to help you. This has really, created a nightmare for some of the people that are owed money back for unemployment. Oh, the other thing that I was going to mention about the unemployment, we don't know about the states yet, so we are kind of hanging out to see how the states are going to react. Usually Wisconsin will automatically adopt whatever federal does. So we're assuming this, but we're not going to file taxes on an assumption. So I'm going to wait and find out what Wisconsin's going to do. I know Minnesota has been talking about adopting this regulation for the $10,200 for the unemployment. So again, hopefully this will all go through. Sorry this was a long video, but I really, really, really think that people needed to hear this about these two issues. Hang in there with us. We're doing the best we can to get things done as quickly as we can. It's just an unprecedented year again. COVID, unemployment, it's just been crazy. So I hope everybody's well, and I hope you stay well, and take care until we talk to you again. Thank you. Bye-bye.